Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Klingsmith, Director of University Relations, and first and foremost, thank you all for attending this momentous occasion for our campus, our community, and our state. Today we get to introduce one of our own, our first female athletic director in institutional history. Before I bring the Chancellor to the podium to formally introduce Krista, I want to let you know how our program will unfold. Following the Chancellor's remarks, Krista will address the community, and we will have an open Q&A session moderated by Sports Information Director Barrett Henderson. Questions by the media and the community are welcome during this session. We have also allotted time at the conclusion of the Q&A session for media members to have direct access to the Chancellor and Krista. That'll be held in this room just off to the side. We also have dessert and refreshments, so please help yourself afterwards. At this point, I'd like to bring up Chancellor Groseth.
Thanks, Aaron. This is a happy day for MSU Billings. It's in the life of the institution, there are great days when you get to hire new people because they advance the institution and move it forward. And it's especially rewarding when you get to hire excellent people. And even beyond that, it's wonderful when you get to hire somebody that we know, who is known and well regarded and competent. And so it is a privilege and a joy to introduce Krista Montague as our new athletic. There are lots of people to thank in this process. I want to thank Vice Chancellor Stacy Klippenstein, who has given leadership to the athletic department over the last couple of years and has had oversight there. I want to thank Diane Doohan and Sarah Brockle, who co-chaired the committee that selected the director, and all the members of the committee who worked hard, developed an outstanding pool of 78 candidates, winnowed that down to a really good group of on-campus interviewees, and took us through the process to our final decision. When that committee was first formed, they came to ask me what my qualifications were, what my vision was for the athletic department, and I told them that I had 4 basic rules that I try and go by for athletics. The first is to recruit students who show promise of being able to graduate and to help them graduate. The second is to follow the rules of Montana State University Billings and Montana State University and the university system and our GNAC conference and the NCAA. The third is to live within our financial means, which are not unlimited. And the fourth is to compete at a high level. My vision is that our intercollegiate and recreational athletics at MSUB will be competitive at a high level in our Division II conference, that we will provide opportunities for every student to advance their physical skills and competence by providing good recreational venues and events on both the individual and team level, and that each person will display integrity on the court, in the classroom, and that we will be proud of them all. And the committee then came down to a set of qualifications which included student athlete welfare and success, community outreach and development and fundraising responsibilities, And if you have any doubt about whether community outreach and visibility is important in this position, just recall the same event for when I was hired as chancellor. That's right, there wasn't one. But this really, I mean, this is athletics are so important to our image in the community and in the state, and internally too, among our student body, that it's really important that we do things well and that we are successful. The third is management responsibilities. Managing these facilities and these coaches and student athletes is a huge responsibility on our campus for a director of athletics, just as it is for deans and department heads on our campus. And finally, NCAA compliance, which many of you have seen the NCAA handbook, and it's a daunting document in itself to both interpret and enforce. We felt at the end of the process that Krista was scored highly on in all of those areas. She showed both courage and competence during her year as interim, and it seemed the logical choice, and it's just a great joy to be able to advance the career of one of our own and advance our program at the same time. So I will close just by saying congratulations to Krista. Thanks to all those who were involved in this search, and we'll bring you to the podium.
Wow, thank you for that very warm welcome. It definitely reminds me or lets me know that I am at home in MSU Billings. I mean, this is such a great institution, and those kind words mean a lot to me. And I really look forward to working with you in the years to come. So thank you very much. I do have a few thank yous I do want to hand out before I get into a little bit of my vision for Yellow Jacket Athletics. It's so great to see so many familiar faces. Thank you all for being here. Achieving this goal is certainly nothing short of amazing, and I'm so proud and honored to be standing here today in front of you as the next athletic director at Montana State University Billings. It's a tremendous honor and it's a tremendous responsibility, and it's one that I'm going to take very seriously in my time here. So first of all, I absolutely have to thank Chancellor Groseth, Vice Chancellor Stacy Klippenstein, Search Committee co-chairs Dr. Diane Doohan and Sarah Brockle, and all members of the search committee. I know how time-consuming a search can be, especially a search of this size, and I know how thankless of a job it can be as well. So thank you for your commitment to the important task and accomplishing such a thorough process. Your efforts are definitely appreciated by our campus. I am thrilled to have the opportunity to work with such strong leaders in Dr. Groseth and Dr. Klippenstein going forward. I'm committed to working with them and their vision for this fine institution. Their commitment to our university and our athletics program is inspiring to me, and it will be my honor to help ensure we achieve a sustained level of success academically and athletically. Together, I know that we will align our athletic department priorities with the mission and core values of this institution, and I'm confident that we will create a culture of pride in our students, faculty, staff, alumni, community, and all supporters of Yellow Jacket Athletics. I really look forward to working with both of you, and thank you so much for this opportunity. And I do want to thank Stacy. You've been a great mentor for me in the 3 years that athletics has been under student affairs, and I've learned a lot from you professionally, and I want to thank you for that. And just to both of you, I'm really excited, and thank you very much. I can't say that enough. Briefly, I want to thank Aaron Klingsmith and Barry Henderson for organizing the press release and the conference today. I'm really looking forward to working to build support for our program. I want to utilize our marketing office on campus to make sure we're speaking the same language and getting our brand and our stories out there, because we have some good ones, and to energize this community to help give support. So thank you guys. Since September, you all know I've been serving as interim athletic director, as well as fulfilling many of the duties of my associate athletic director job. And so I would be remiss if I didn't thank our current athletic staff, especially those in the front office. Denise Winya, Gina Herbert, Barrett Henderson, Mike Bazemore, Brent Montague, James Catlin, Becca Gasner, and all of our coaches and other staff for their patience over the past 8 months and their support. I appreciate you guys picking up the slack because I know you had to. And I appreciate the excellent job you did keeping me balanced and making me look good, to be quite frank. You guys are awesome, and I'm really excited to continue working with each one of you. Looking forward to working with our committed coaches as well. We have a great group of coaches, and thank you guys for your commitment and dedication as well. I want to thank Dave Hagelin, the commissioner of the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. He's been very open with me, and we've already had very good dialogue during my time as interim AD. I believe we have found a really good home in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, and I look forward to working with him and his staff for many years to come. And also look forward to working with J.R. Smith as commissioner of the RMAC, in which our tennis teams participate in. Professionally, I do need to thank our previous athletic director, Dr. Gary Gray, as well as our previous chancellor, Dr. Ron Sexton, for all the advice and counsel they have given me during my time as associate athletic director. I know I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for them, their positive mentorship and leadership, and I have a debt of gratitude to both of them. And I can promise you we'll continue to build on the solid foundation that they were so deeply committed to for many years. To members of the campus community, and I see a lot of you here today, thank you so much for being here. I look forward to improving relations and building strong partnerships with all of you. I want campus integration to be stronger than it ever has been, and I really mean that. I know together we'll get a lot done and we'll accomplish a lot of great things. I do understand that by no means is athletics the most important part of the university, but it certainly is a reality that it's a very visible part of the university. And I promise you that we will do everything we can to reflect positively on our student athletes and our great institution. So future students will look at us and say, that's a place I want to be, that there's some cool things going on up there, and I want to go to MSU Billings. I also want to thank members of the Billings community. Being highly visible within this awesome community we live in will be a priority of mine. I want to build relationships and hear leaders in our community ask, what can we do to help? That is definitely a goal. We have a solid foundation built, and I do want to thank our current corporate partners. We have over 50 of them now, our multiple boosters, and our supporters that we currently have. Thank you for your continued support, and I look forward to working with you and growing those numbers. And I can promise you we will be a point of pride for this community, state, and region. I've been overwhelmed, extremely humbled by the output of support I've received from friends, family, colleagues, past, current, future colleagues, via text, email, phone, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is. I'm still weeding through all of it, and if I haven't gotten back to you, I promise I will. It's been very heartwarming, very humbling, and I just really appreciate it. It means more to me than you'll probably ever know, and I look forward to working with all of you in the years to come. And the last thank you, I have a lot of thank yous. I definitely need to thank my team on the home front, and that's my family. My parents, Bob and Adele Felsted, down in Hysham, Montana, obviously for all of their support throughout my career. And especially to my husband, Brent, and my daughters, Shayla and Allie, for their support and patience with me during the time as interim athletic director through this search process. I know it's been difficult for them. And throughout my whole athletics career, really, I mean, there's no question they've had to make sacrifices to support my career goals, and I'm so grateful to have them by my side during this latest adventure we're about to embark on, and I think it's going to be a good one, so I'm excited about that. And I have to say happy 12th birthday to my daughter Shayla. It is her birthday today, and so we'll be celebrating that later on tonight. So thank you to my family. So how about a round of applause for all those people I thanked? There's so many of them. All right, so this place is special to me for so many reasons. You know, thanks to dedicated staff and coaches and faculty, fellow teammates and students, I had an amazing experience as a 4-year Yellow Jacket student athlete, and I've been blessed to be part of the Yellow Jacket community as a staff member since 2001. And it really is going to be my privilege to serve this university in this new capacity and honor this university by giving back. to this institution that has so greatly enriched my life. My vision for Yellow Jacket Athletics is pretty simple. It seems simple. There's a lot of moving parts and there's a lot of people that have to help reach that vision, but we want to provide student athletes with positive and successful experiences. That's the bottom line for me. As educators in higher education, we're here to support our student athletes and prepare them for life of achievement beyond their time on a campus, and that is very important to me. That will be a main focus of mine. It will be my privilege to work with our coaches, faculty, staff, and all students across campus, and together I know we will provide four basic things that I envision for our student athletes, and that's growth, opportunities through academic achievement. We want to graduate our student athletes. We want to recruit students here that have a vision of graduating, and that is going to be first and foremost priority for our department. We want to develop positive attitudes towards service towards our community, which aligns with our current Future You strategic planning that the university is embarking on. We want personal and social growth for a lifetime of achievement beyond graduation, as I said earlier. We want to develop our student athletes into leaders of tomorrow. We want them to think about what they're going to do after they graduate, not just what they're doing during their time as a student athlete. And lastly, high-level competition and success. That's going to be important, and Dr. Grossa talked about that. And I really believe that when you do all the things right, the little things right, it breeds success on the court. When our student athletes are going to class and they're graduating and they have high character and they get involved with their community and they get involved with their campus, that's what leads to success. No doubt they have to work hard on the court, the field, or whatever it is, but doing the little things in their personal lives, and that's what we're here to help them, mentor them to do, is what's important. So we work towards this vision under the guidance of many principles, probably too many to list here today, but principles such as institutional control, integrity, hard work, fiscal responsibility. I don't want to be in Dr. Grossa's office and him asking me, why are we spending more money that we don't have? Because I understand that there are limits to what we can do here, and I appreciate that. Sportsmanship is another principle for sure. We will support and foster areas of diversity inclusion, life skills development of our student athletes, rules compliance, community service, campus integration, and recruiting and retention. Fundraising, marketing, assessment, and facility needs will be key priorities. All of these will be outlined in an ongoing 5-year strategic plan, which will align with our university's mission and core values. So I have a huge passion for what I do. Hopefully you can see that here today. And if you know me, I think you know that already. And I love coming to work here every day. Our students are why I love this institution and why I get up every morning and come to work. I can assure you that our department will do everything possible to make sure our student athletes' experiences are successful and positive. So, again, I want to thank you for this amazing opportunity. I want to thank you for being here. To those who are watching from home, I know there's a few of you. Just thank you so much. I'm humbled. I'm honored. I promise you I will lead this department in the best way I can. I'll always do the right things, but remember to always do things right, but always do the right thing is something that's important to me. Think about that for a minute. So anyway, thanks again, and go Yellow Jackets. Thank you.
We'd now like to welcome questions from anyone in here. Does anyone have any questions for Krista or Dr. Grossa? Makes that easy, I guess. Oh, Aaron?
I think there's a couple parts. So the question is, if you didn't hear, what experience did I have as a player that I want our student athletes to have? I think there's a couple parts to that. The relationships built, absolutely. I think I couldn't even tell you the record from my senior year when we went to the Elite Eight and won the West Region. I don't even, 22 or 25, I don't know. But I can tell you about van trips and and the relationships that were built, and I still have to this day. So that is very important. I want our student athletes to have those positive and successful experiences. And honestly, I want them to, get a good education. We have faculty here that I know will provide that for them. And, winning on the court, that's a successful experience. And I was able to enjoy many seasons of success on the court. And I think, a student athlete should hopefully experience a conference championship at least once in their career. That would be a goal.
Any other questions? Well, we'd like to thank everybody for coming today, and please help yourselves to refreshments and cake. And again, at this time, we'd like to have media members come into a classroom over here to the left for allotted time with Dr. Grossa and Krista. Again, thank you for coming.